Hey, Jebs is back.
Yep.
He's back.
I'm here.
So he's going to be able to chime in this time.
Oh, I have to chime in?
Yeah, that's part of your job.
Oh, okay.
Hey folks, I'm Shygrim, and this is the Screen Cap. Gearbox recently released a Borderlands 3 gameplay reveal which showed off some of the game's features, one of which being a large spaceship that can take players to new and different worlds that lay beyond Pandora. This spaceship is also home to many Easter eggs and fan service, the most blatant of which being the name of the ship, Sanctuary 3. Though Sanctuary was in Borderlands 2 and served as the main hub area, it seems they skipped Sanctuary 2 and just went straight to 3. Maybe later on in this game's story you'll find out about Sanctuary 2, but I feel like it's just Gearbox messing with people to have them look for something that doesn't exist. You can always count on Borderlands games to be a little trolly at times. Some other Easter eggs include some catch-a-ride graffiti on the ship's hull. We are also reintroduced to Marcus, the gun salesman, as well as the narrator. And just like in Borderlands 2, he will have a firing range to allow players to test their new guns on helpless enemies who are tied to wooden boards. The most fan-service-y of all would be Mad Moxie's bar making a return. Similar to a bar in the original Sanctuary, there will be gambling with slot machines to either reward the players with epic loot, or most likely an armed explosive. There's a lot more I could talk about with this since I'm very excited for this new game, but if you would like to know more, I'd suggest taking a look at the gameplay reveal for yourself. Also, sadly, yes, Claptrap is back.
No!
I hate him.
I hate him.
Dermatologists hate him! Borderlands 3 will release on September 13th for the PS4, PC, and Xbox One. So, no Switch, huh? Everything has to be on Switch now. With the release of Fortnite's 8th season, a volcano was released onto the map, and now after some time, it's finally beginning to erupt. An earlier article we talked about introduced a weird floating rune that players could damage in order to push it across the map towards Loot Lake, and now the 5th and final rune has been released, which seems to spark some volcanic activity. Many within the community predicted this, since shortly before the 5th rune appeared, dark smoke began to rise from the volcano, and now with the 5th rune's appearance, it begins to glow a bright orange, and some areas of the map have started to flood with lava. The volcano will definitely erupt at some point, and that will likely change the map as a whole. With the 8th season coming to a close on May 8th, fitting. I assume that this volcano will erupt before the release of the 9th season. And then in the 10th season, it jumps the shark, like any TV show. Finally, some real gaming news. Microsoft Solitaire is being inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame. Microsoft Solitaire was... Okay. Hello? Oh, hey! Please. Sonic's changing design? For the movie? Yeah, apparently the director caught wind of all the hate, and he says they're changing Sonic's design to better appease fans. However, I think this might have just been a big marketing ploy, because if they just intentionally made Sonic bad to drum up all this hype, and then they change it so the movie's actually semi-okay to watch, that would be a really smart move. I'm sure they planned this all along, but that's just my foil hat kicking in. So back to what I was talking about earlier, Microsoft Solitaire is being inducted into the Video Game Hall of Fame.
Woo!
What? Microsoft Solitaire was introduced with Windows 3.0 in 1990 and is finally getting the recognition it deserves. Not really. It's been the go-to game for all office workers and procrastinators alike to waste time not being productive. With its introduction into the Hall of Fame, it will join alongside games such as Super Mario Kart and Mortal Kombat, both of which are groundbreaking in their own respective genres. Solitaire beat out other influential games such as Half-Life, what? Asteroids, what? DDR, Call of Duty, Miss Pac-Man, King's Quest, Metroid, and Minecraft. Microsoft Solitaire beat Minecraft to the Video Game Hall of Fame. What? I can't. It seems that Mercy Mains really miss only having to hit one button to win the video game. And with Overwatch's new workshop being added to the game, it gave those one tricks you know and love the power to recreate those very dark times. Oh my god. Flashbacks, like genuine flashbacks. Mercy Mains have been very vocal in stating that Mercy isn't as exciting to play as she used to be. Yeah, because you can't just win the game by pressing Q now. They're also stating that she doesn't quite fit into the current meta, but now Mercy Mains rejoice as you can once again play Mercy as she used to be, in a custom workshop game. My only question is, how is hitting one button more fun than having to use your brain to not die? Oh yeah, the using your brain part. Ooh. Many Mercy mains did not like the change in 2017 that changed her ultimate from win the game to buffed abilities with flying. With the workshop being released onto the test server just last week, it gave players the power to change nearly everything about the game, from game rules to hero abilities, even to the point where the game's completely unrecognizable. It's only a matter of time before more game changes are reverted by players with use of the workshop, I feel. The Overwatch player base seems to really dwell on the past. And sometime, somewhere, Jeff Kaplan is pointing reticles at everyone's heads. He wants to make all the changes, and then when somebody complains about it, he's saying, well, we've done some testing and we found out that this is the best course of action. He's like fucking Tim Cook. Epic Games has now acquired Psyonix, the game studio behind Rocket League. So far, Language has hinted that Rocket League was being removed from the Steam store, with both Epic and Psyonix stating that the game will remain for sale on other platforms for now. They're literally poaching games from Steam that have been on Steam for like 5 years. What are you doing? Valve, fix your rev split. Oh my god. The game will still remain supported on Steam for everyone who purchased the game through that retailer. Thank God, because that's me. But it really sounds like they're going to try to remove Rocket League off of the Steam store altogether, eventually. Psyonix states that they will update the game with new features and content, but that they're expecting to bring Rocket League to the Epic Games Store in order to grow the game in ways that they were unable to do before. I mean, it speaks to like how far Epic's willing to go with this, because like I'm curious to know if they're gonna start taking like existing already purchased games off of Steam more like this. Like not even just buying the studios, but like games that were developed with Unreal. Like if all Unreal developed games suddenly like got removed from Steam because of like some licensing agreement that Epic can do whatever they want, and then like it all ends up on the Epic store. Can you imagine like what would happen? That's like 50-60% of games just like poof gone. That's so weird. Like, all right. Thank you so much for watching. If you wanted to watch some of our other episodes of the Screen Cap, we've got one up here that I'm very proud of. I spent a lot of time on that one. It's about the Valve Index and how it's going to change VR for the better. And then the other one's a mystery video. So click that or something. Or don't. I don't care. Subscribe or something. Whatever. I'm not your mom.
You're not?
No.
Okay.